Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk to you about the first moments of your day, those precious minutes that can set the tone for everything that follows. You see, success isn't a mystery. It's the result of small, intentional actions repeated consistently over time. And what better way to shape your life than by shaping the start of your day? And if you win enough days, you win your life. So let me give you 3 things you should do every morning to put yourself on the right track mentally, emotionally, and physically. These are simple, practical, and powerful if done consistently. Firstly, feed your mind with something good. Secondly, move your body with purpose. And the third one is, set your intentions for the day. My friends, these are 3 things, just 3 things, that if done consistently can transform your mornings, your days, and eventually your life. Your morning shapes your entire day. The way you start determines the tone, energy, and mindset you carry into everything that follows. It's like setting the foundation of a building. If it's weak, everything built on top is unstable. But if it's strong, you can construct something extraordinary. Many people go through life without realizing that their mornings are the launching pad for success, productivity, and overall well-being. They wake up rushed, stressed, and reactive, responding to alarms, emails, and obligations before they even take a moment for themselves. But the truth is, your morning should not be a reaction. It should be an intentional act of creation. Imagine waking up with clarity, with purpose, with a sense of control. Instead of checking your phone first thing and being bombarded by notifications, you take a few minutes to gather your thoughts, breathe deeply, and set your mind on something positive. Instead of jumping straight into the chaos of the day, you establish a rhythm, a sense of ownership over your time. A good morning routine is not about perfection, it's about preparation. The people who consistently achieve more, feel better, and perform at a higher level don't leave their mornings to chance. They design them with care. It's not just about being productive, it's about being intentional. A rushed morning creates stress. And stress limits your ability to think clearly and make good decisions. If the first thing you do is dive into work, you may feel like you're getting ahead, but in reality, you're just being pulled into the demands of the world before you've had a chance to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. On the other hand, when you take time in the morning to nourish your mind, move your body, and set your focus, you enter the day with strength and stability. You don't just react, you respond with purpose. Your energy in the morning affects everything. If you start sluggish, tired, and distracted, you carry that energy into your work, your relationships, and your personal goals. But if you begin with enthusiasm, gratitude, and a clear sense of direction, you bring a completely different presence into every interaction. Think about the difference between someone who rushes out the door in a panic versus someone who begins their day with calm, collected energy. The first person arrives feeling behind, while the second arrives feeling prepared. It's not about having more time, it's about using time more effectively. The great thing about mornings is that they belong to you. Before the demands of the world take over, before emails, meetings, and responsibilities pull at your attention, you have a window of opportunity to set yourself up for success. And you don't need a long, complicated routine. Just a few intentional actions can make all the difference. Whether it's reading something inspiring, exercising, journaling, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts, the key is to engage in activities that fuel your mind and body rather than drain them. Momentum is powerful. A good morning gives you momentum that carries you through the day. When you start strong, you're more likely to stay focused, make better decisions, and handle challenges with a clear mind. But when you start in a state of chaos, that chaos follows you. Successful people don't just hope for a good day, they create one by starting with purpose. If you've ever had a morning where everything felt aligned, where you felt energized and clear-headed, you know the difference it makes. The challenge is to make that feeling the norm, not the exception. Every day is an opportunity. The way you begin each morning is one of the most powerful choices you make. And the best part is that you get to make that choice again and again. Success is not one big event. It's the result of small, consistent actions. If you want a better life, start with a better morning. Feed your mind with something positive. Your mind is like a garden, and whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant weeds, negative thoughts, doubts, and worries, those will take over. But if you plant flowers, encouraging ideas, inspiring messages, and valuable knowledge, You create a mental environment that fosters growth, confidence, and success. What you put into your mind first thing in the morning has a tremendous impact on your mood, attitude, and decision-making throughout the day. If you fill your mind with negativity, distractions, or meaningless noise, you start your day in a weakened state. Yet if you choose to nourish your mind with wisdom, motivation, and learning, you set yourself up for clarity and strength. Every day you have the choice of what to consume mentally. Most people wake up and immediately reach for their phones, scrolling through social media, news, and emails. Without realizing it, they are allowing external forces to dictate their thoughts before they have even had a chance to focus on themselves. The problem with this approach is that it makes you reactive instead of proactive. You might see a stressful news headline, a negative comment, or an overwhelming to-do list, and before you know it, your mind is flooded with anxiety, frustration, or distraction. But what if, instead, you started your day by feeding your mind something positive? Imagine beginning your morning with an uplifting book, an inspiring podcast, or a powerful affirmation. That simple shift changes everything because it puts you in control of your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly consume negativity, you will begin to think in negative patterns. If you constantly consume uplifting and empowering ideas, you will develop a mindset that sees possibilities instead of problems, solutions instead of setbacks, and opportunities instead of obstacles. The world around you is filled with challenges, but how you interpret those challenges is entirely up to you. The way to strengthen your mind against negativity is by actively choosing what you allow into it. You would never let just anyone walk into your home and make a mess, so why would you allow negative, toxic, or useless information to enter your mind without restriction? The best minds in history have understood the importance of feeding the brain with valuable input. Great leaders, entrepreneurs, and thinkers dedicate time every day to learning, reading, and seeking inspiration. They know that their thoughts dictate their actions, and their actions dictate their results. If you want to elevate your life, you must start by elevating your thinking. The books you read, the conversations you have, and the ideas you entertain shape the direction of your future. When you intentionally consume content that fuels growth, you develop a sharper perspective and a stronger ability to navigate life's challenges. Feeding your mind with something positive doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that problems don't exist. It means equipping yourself with the right mindset to handle those problems effectively. When you start your day with gratitude, learning, or motivation, you create a mental buffer that helps you stay calm under pressure and focused on solutions. Instead of being easily discouraged, you become more resilient. Instead of being swayed by negativity, you become more grounded in optimism and purpose. Imagine how different your life could be if every morning you took even a few minutes to absorb something that lifted you up instead of something that drained you. Whether it's a passage from a great book, an inspiring video, or simply writing down a few things you're grateful for, the impact over time is immense. Just as your body needs nourishing food to function at its best, your mind needs nourishing input to operate at its highest level. What you feed your mind daily will ultimately determine the quality of your thoughts, and the quality of your thoughts will determine the quality of your life. Move your body with purpose. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life, and how you treat it determines how well it functions. Movement is not just about exercise or staying in shape. It's about energy, clarity, and the ability to show up fully in everything you do. Every morning, when you move with intention, you are sending a signal to your body and mind that you are ready for the day. You are shaking off sluggishness, igniting your energy, and preparing yourself to operate at your highest level. When you wake up and immediately engage in purposeful movement, whether it's stretching, walking, exercising, or even deep breathing, you are activating your system in a way that fuels productivity, focus, and confidence. Energy is not something you wait for, it is something you generate. Many people wake up feeling tired and assume they just need more sleep, but often what they really need is movement. The body was designed for motion, and when you get it moving, you create momentum that carries you throughout the day. Think about the difference between a day when you start by sitting still, scrolling through your phone, or dragging yourself from one task to the next, versus a day when you wake up and engage in physical activity. The difference in energy, mood, and clarity is undeniable. Movement increases circulation, wakes up your muscles, and releases endorphins, your body's natural mood boosters. It's not just about physical health, it's about mental sharpness and emotional resilience. The key is to move with purpose. That means not just going through the motions, but being intentional about how you move and why. Some people think movement only matters if they have time for a full workout, but even 5 or 10 minutes of stretching, yoga, or light exercise can shift your entire state. The goal is to wake up your body, increase blood flow, and put yourself in a position where you feel awake, alert, and ready to take on the day. Movement, first thing in the morning, sets the tone for better posture, better breathing, and better energy management throughout the day. When you start your morning with purpose-driven movement, you carry yourself differently. You walk with more confidence, sit with more awareness, and engage in tasks with more presence. Beyond just physical benefits, moving your body with intention strengthens the connection between your mind and body. It teaches discipline, commitment, and self-respect. When you choose to move, even when you don't feel like it, you are reinforcing a mindset of action over excuses. You are proving to yourself that you have control over your energy, your health, and your daily habits. The discipline of movement spills over into other areas of life. When you train your body to move with intention, you train your mind to act with intention. No matter what stage of life you are in, no matter your fitness level, movement is always available to you. It doesn't have to be extreme or complicated. It just has to be intentional. A walk outside, a few minutes of stretching, a quick set of body weight exercises, whatever works for you, as long as it's done with purpose. The greatest investment you can make is in your body, because it is the foundation for everything you do. The stronger, more flexible, and more energized you are, the better you perform in every area of your life. Moving your body is not just about fitness. It's about vitality, strength, and showing up for yourself every single day. It's about making a decision each morning to prepare your body and mind for the opportunities ahead. When you move with purpose, you don't just change your morning, you change your entire day, and over time, you change your life. Set clear intentions for the day. Every morning presents a fresh opportunity to take control of your time, your focus, and your energy. Without clear intentions, the day can easily slip away, filled with distractions, obligations, and the agendas of others. But when you set clear intentions from the start, you become the architect of your day rather than a passive participant. Clarity gives you direction, and direction gives you power. Instead of moving through the day, reacting to whatever comes your way, you move with purpose, knowing exactly what you want to accomplish and how you want to show up. Setting clear intentions begins with deciding what truly matters. The world is filled with noise, and it is easy to get caught up in things that seem urgent but are not truly important. Without clarity, you might spend your day being busy rather than being productive. You might check off a long list of small tasks but make no real progress toward your bigger goals. When you take a moment each morning to define your top priorities, you give yourself a clear roadmap. You determine what must get done, what deserves your focus, and how you want to navigate the challenges ahead. Intentions are not just about tasks and productivity, they are also about mindset and attitude. How you approach the day is just as important as what you do during the day. If you wake up feeling rushed, overwhelmed, or scattered, you are more likely to carry those emotions into every interaction and decision. But if you take a moment to set an intention for your mindset, whether it is patience, gratitude, confidence, or focus, you equip yourself to handle the day with greater composure and strength. A day approached with intention feels different. There is less stress, less second guessing, and more certainty. You are not just reacting to life, you are leading it. One of the most powerful aspects of setting intentions is that it creates alignment between your actions and your goals. When you clearly define what matters most, your decisions throughout the day become easier. You no longer waste time on distractions because you know exactly where you need to focus. When challenges arise, you navigate them more effectively because you already know what you are working toward. You become more decisive, more confident, and more in control. Small decisions add up, and when you consistently make choices that align with your bigger goals, you start seeing real progress. The process of setting clear intentions does not need to be complicated or time-consuming. It can be as simple as writing down your top 3 priorities for the day, visualizing how you want to feel, or reminding yourself of a key principle to guide your actions. The key is consistency. Doing this every morning creates a habit of intentionality that compounds over time. One intentional day leads to another, and before long you find yourself making meaningful progress toward your dreams. Success is not built on one major action. It is the result of small, consistent choices made every single day. People who set clear intentions tend to experience less stress and more fulfillment because they are actively choosing how they want to live rather than letting circumstances dictate their experience. They don't just hope for a good day, they create one. They don't leave their success to chance, they shape it. By taking a few moments in the morning to establish clear priorities, define the mindset you want to carry, and align your actions with your bigger goals, you set yourself up for success in every area of life. The quality of your day is determined by the clarity of your intentions. When you start with purpose, you move through the day with confidence. And when you move through the day with confidence, you create a life that is meaningful, productive, and truly your own. Success is built on daily habits. It is not a single event, a lucky break, or a moment of brilliance that creates long-term achievement. Rather, it is the small, consistent actions repeated every day that shape the outcome of one's life. The habits you develop determine the results you experience, because success is not something you chase. Your habits are either working for you or against you, pulling you closer to your goals or pushing you further away. Every day you are making choices: what time you wake up, what you focus on, how you react to challenges, what you feed your mind and body. These choices may seem small in the moment, but over time, they add up to significant results. A person who reads 10 pages of a good book daily will have gained life-changing wisdom within a year. A person who exercises for just 20 minutes each day will build strength and energy that compounds over time. On the other hand, a person who spends hours mindlessly scrolling through distractions or consistently procrastinating will find themselves further from their goals, even if they never intended to drift away. The difference between success and failure is often not one major decision, but a series of daily habits that compound in either direction. Greatness is not achieved overnight. It is the result of discipline applied consistently over time. The most successful people in any field have mastered the art of doing the right things repeatedly. They do not rely on motivation alone, because motivation fades. Instead, they build systems and routines that keep them on track regardless of how they feel. A professional athlete does not train only when they feel inspired. They follow a strict routine to ensure their body and mind are prepared for competition. A successful entrepreneur does not work only when they feel creative. They establish habits of planning, learning, and executing that move their vision forward. Success is not about occasional bursts of effort, but about steady, deliberate action every single day. The challenge for most people is that bad habits are easy to develop and hard to break, while good habits require effort and commitment. It is easy to hit the snooze button, skip a workout, or put off an important task. These decisions may not seem significant at the moment, but over time they shape the trajectory of your life. The good news is that just as negative habits compound, so do positive ones. If you commit to just one small productive habit and repeat it daily, it will eventually become automatic, leading to bigger and better results. The key is consistency. You don't have to overhaul your entire life at once. You just need to start with small, meaningful actions and repeat them until they become second nature. The greatest advantage of building strong habits is that they remove the need for constant decision-making. When a habit is ingrained, it no longer requires willpower or mental effort. It simply becomes part of who you are. Instead of deciding each day whether to read, exercise, or focus on your goals, you just do it because it has become part of your routine. This frees up mental energy for bigger decisions and allows you to operate at a higher level. Successful people are not necessarily more talented or lucky. They have simply developed the discipline to repeat success-driven behaviors until they become automatic. Your future is being shaped by what you do today. If you want to change your results, start by changing your habits. Look at the small actions you take each day and ask yourself if they are leading you toward the life you want or keeping you stuck. Success does not happen by accident, it happens by design. And that design is built step by step through the habits you commit to every single day. Take control of the day instead of letting it control you. Every morning you are given a choice. You can either be intentional about how you use your time, energy, and focus, or you can allow the events of the day to dictate your actions and emotions. Too many people wake up and immediately fall into a reactive state, responding to emails, checking social media, and letting external forces determine their mood and direction. Instead of leading their day, they are led by it, drifting through tasks, feeling overwhelmed and struggling to keep up. But when you decide to take control from the start, everything changes. You move from being at the mercy of circumstances to being the creator of your outcomes. Taking control of your day begins with knowing what you want to achieve. Without a clear plan, it is easy to get lost in distractions and unimportant tasks. The difference between those who accomplish great things and those who constantly feel busy but unproductive is the ability to prioritize. Successful people don't just hope for a good day, they design one. They wake up with a sense of purpose, define their top priorities, and ensure that their actions align with their goals. They don't waste time on things that don't matter, and they don't allow small distractions to pull them away from their bigger vision. Instead of reacting to whatever comes their way, they proactively create the structure needed to succeed. One of the most important ways to take control of the day is by managing your mindset. If you wake up feeling overwhelmed or stressed, those emotions will shape your decisions and interactions throughout the day. But if you start with a sense of clarity, confidence, and focus, you bring a completely different energy to everything you do. Your mindset determines how you respond to challenges, how you engage with others, and how you approach your work. When you consciously choose a productive and positive state of mind, you set yourself up to navigate the day with strength instead of struggle. The way you spend your time determines the quality of your life. Many people go through their days feeling as though they have no control, constantly reacting to demands, notifications, and interruptions. But the truth is, you have more control than you think. You control what you focus on. You control how you respond to situations. You control what you say yes to and what you say no to. By being intentional with your time and energy, you put yourself in a position of power rather than passivity. You stop allowing distractions to steal your attention, and you stop letting circumstances dictate your mood. You take ownership of your schedule, your priorities, and your outcomes. Taking control of your day does not mean avoiding challenges or difficulties. It means approaching them with intention and strategy. Life will always present unexpected situations, but the key is how you handle them. Instead of letting problems derail your focus, you decide how to respond in a way that keeps you moving forward. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by a long to-do list, you break it down into meaningful actions that align with your bigger goals. When you lead your day with purpose, you are no longer controlled by stress or distractions. You become the driver, not the passenger. It all starts with a decision to be proactive instead of reactive, a decision to focus on what truly matters instead of what is merely urgent, a decision to set your own priorities instead of letting others set them for you. When you take control of your day, you take control of your future. You don't wait for success, you create it. You don't hope for progress, you make it happen. And when you make this a habit, every day becomes an opportunity to move closer to the life you want, rather than being pulled in a direction you never intended to go. Small, consistent actions lead to massive results over time. Success is not built on one grand gesture or a single breakthrough moment. It is built on the small choices you make every day. The tiny actions that seem insignificant in the moment are the very things that determine the course of your future. Every habit, every effort, every repeated step compounds over time, creating a ripple effect that leads to extraordinary outcomes. The challenge for most people is that they underestimate the power of small actions. They assume that success requires big, dramatic changes, so they either wait for the perfect moment or give up too soon when they don't see immediate results. But those who understand the power of consistency know that real success is built one step at a time. Every great achievement is the result of daily discipline. The person who reads 10 pages a day will finish multiple books in a year, gaining knowledge that transforms their thinking. The person who exercises for just 20 minutes a day will build a stronger, healthier body over time. The person who invests a small amount of money consistently will accumulate wealth beyond what they ever imagined. The results may not be visible at first, but that does not mean they are not happening. Growth is often invisible in the early stages. The first few days, weeks, or even months of effort may not seem to make a difference, but beneath the surface, momentum is building. And then over time, the results begin to appear, and what once seemed impossible becomes reality. The key to success is not intensity, but consistency. Anyone can put in effort for a day, a week, or even a month. but it is the person who commits to showing up every day, no matter how small the effort, who ultimately wins. Success is not about doing everything at once. It is about doing the right things over and over again. Small actions, repeated consistently, create habits, and habits shape identity. When you make a commitment to improving by just 1% every day, those small gains compound into something extraordinary. It is not about overnight success. It is about steady progress. Most people quit too soon because they do not see immediate results. They start working toward a goal, but when they don't see instant progress, they assume it is not working. But success does not follow a linear path. It follows the principle of compounding. Just like a tiny seed grows into a massive tree, small daily actions build up until they create a transformation. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain stuck is patience. The successful understand that consistency is the secret ingredient, and they trust the process even when the results are not yet visible. It is easy to focus on the big picture and feel overwhelmed. Looking at the final goal can make it seem too far away, too difficult, too unrealistic. But when you break it down into small daily actions, it becomes manageable. Instead of thinking about writing an entire book, focus on writing 1 page a day. Instead of trying to build a perfect business overnight, focus on making 1 small improvement each day. Instead of worrying about losing 50 pounds, focus on making a single healthy choice at every meal. When you commit to small actions, the big results take care of themselves. What you do daily matters more than what you do occasionally. The person who takes small, consistent steps will always outperform the person who makes short bursts of effort and then stops. Success is not about luck or talent. It is about discipline and persistence. The path to greatness is built on simple, repeated actions. No matter what your goal is, the formula remains the same. Small efforts done consistently will always lead to massive results over time. So as you move forward, remember that success is not a distant destination. It's the result of the small, consistent actions you take every day. You have the power to shape your future through the choices you make today. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. Start now, no matter how small the step may seem, and commit to taking consistent action. Over time, you will look back and see that it was these small efforts, done day after day, that led you to the extraordinary results you once thought were out of reach. The journey is in the small steps, and every step you take is a step closer to the life you want. Keep moving forward with purpose, and trust that the compound effect of your efforts will lead you to greatness.